Good evening, folks, and welcome to JTech. My name is Mark, and I'm here tonight to explain a little bit, if I can, to you about how the servo works in our automatic transmission we got set in here, which is the 4L60. All right, the servo, which I hold in my hand, as you can see behind me, this is it when it's installed in the transmission. All right, we have the internals out of the transmission, which makes this thing rather easy to manipulate. But this servo, what it does is it actually applies a forward band in this transmission, which will hold the drum of a given clutch pack, and this would be the forward clutch pack. And what this does is it actually uses hydraulic pressure from the oil pump and stuff in the transmission to actually take and drive this piston forward. And when this piston is driven forward, what it's actually doing is it's going against the ear of a given clutch band. Just one moment with me, and can you hand me that clutch band, the big one outside? There you go, thank you. What it's actually doing is my help me out there. But what it's doing is actually taking this clutch band and it is applying pressure right here in this notch that you can see. This pushes on that notch. The other side is already anchored in the transmission. And when it pushes on this notch, it collapses that clutch band, and this band then will freeze the outer portion of the drum, which will basically lock it solid to the case, and that'll give you another driving gear from there. Okay, and with that said, this clutch band, as you can see, is shiny inside, shiny outside. It shouldn't be that way. This should have a lining, a clutch lining in it that just rolls all the way through here. This clutch lining should, it should be somewhere in around 1/8 inch thick or so all the way around. And then on the other side, you have an adjustment bolt for the clutch band on the opposite side of here that you can actually adjust the preload, if you will, on this particular band. All right. So with that being said, this is just a cap for the servo. As you can see, it's got a seal all the way around it. It's got a seal around it, which seals it to the case. And behind that, it's got a lock ring that falls in behind it down in here. That's the reason I can't pull this one out, because there's a lock ring stuck in place. And when you put this together, this is a return spring for the piston. If I can show that to you, there we go. It's a return spring for the piston. So when it actually does pull it in, then this will actually help it to return. So this will go in just like so. It'll sit way down in here like so. It engages again that band, and that band will lock around a drum. And that's pretty much how the servo works. Now this particular servo, as you can see, can be accessed and changed or serviced, if you will, from outside the vehicle, or with the transmission in the vehicle, I should say. Some servos literally have to drop the pan on the transmission, drain the fluid and everything in order to access or service them. These transmissions, as they've gotten more complex, everything's more electronic and everything's more internal to the transmissions. This happened to be an earlier, I would say probably somewhere in the neighborhood of a 99 year 4L60 that didn't have all the goodies, if you will, with it when it was as far as electronic valve body and the valving and what have you. So all of them had some, but they've gotten really more sophisticated, if you will, on the inside of transmissions. So I just wanted to try and hopefully explain that to you a little bit. This allows you to, again, this has also got a couple seals that will run in it as well. So this allows you to freeze this forward clutch pack so that it with this band, so that it'll give you another gear. I hope this helps a little bit. I'm in the learning curve just like you guys are, and I'm kind of hoping maybe this will help you out a little bit. You won't be so scared if you say somebody, you need to replace the seals or your servo or whatever the case may be. It's pretty straightforward. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope it was informative to you. Have a great evening. Good night.